Greetings, been watching. This is Pastor Sneed, and this is Pastor's Corner, and I'm blessed today to be able to have one of our longtime members, Jackie Arkadie, with us today, and she's going to talk a little bit about the ministry that she's involved in, which is the Food Pantry Ministry. So, Jackie, tell us how you got involved with the Food Pantry Ministry.
It was during the pandemic, and Pastor Sneed came up with an idea. You came up with an idea that the neighborhood, you wanted to feed people or do something for the community. And you asked for volunteers, and I don't know where I fit in, but when you asked me, I said, sure, and you was shocked, and you asked me, did I need to go pray about it? And I told you, what is it to pray about? That's how we took off.
Okay. So tell us, how long has the ministry been going on, and just tell us some of the activities that have gone on since the pandemic started, but also since the pandemic has pretty much resided and allowed us to come back into the building.
It's been about 4 years, right around COVID. It's been about 4 years. Once we decided and was serious about it, we started having a food giveaway twice a month. And with the cost started increasing, and we realized it was getting a little expensive, and then we take into consideration the equipment we needed, the startup costs. So once we really got going, we tampered it down, found some good food sources, and we started doing it once a month. And then we realized that it was getting a little expensive, so we tried to figure out another way, and then that's when we decided to try to partner up with North Texas Food Bank. And so once we started partnering with North Texas Food Bank, we started with the mobile pantry. So that allowed us to do 1 week with the 1 weekend with the mobile pantry, and then Ben Washington did 1 week. So we were still able to do twice a week. And during this time, we had to go out and pass out flyers to people in the community. We went to different sections of Irving to get the people involved, to let them know that we're here and that we're gonna be here. And the thing was to try to formulate consistency. And so during that, so we have progressed since then, once we became a partner with North Texas Food Bank. And then we started using some of our technology where we could use the call multiplier to send out texts. So that kind of helped take the place of having to pass out flyers. And then we also partnered up with some of the nonprofit organizations in Irving, like Irving Cares. And then we utilized some of the churches with Family Promise who had affiliation with nonprofit organizations to send out the flyers and to get the word out. And then we also started using like 211 and different resources that they have online that you can apply for to also get the word out. And then as we were progressing, we looked over across the street and we saw J.O. Davis. So one of our members and a faithful volunteer with the pantry, Sister Diane Taylor, she started taking the flyers to J.O. Davis. And then I met a lady at Barton Elementary and they were interested. So I started taking flyers to Barton Elementary and over to Trinity Elementary. And then Deacon Richardson decided to start taking them to all the high schools and the middle schools, anything in that area off of MacArthur. So we started getting tremendous feedback, and when I would go to the schools and talk to the principals, they were just so excited about us wanting to do something in the community. So we progressed to that, and then like I said, partnered up. We became a partner with North Texas Food Bank, and after we became a partner with North Texas Food Bank, it allowed us to replace some of our equipment, get new equipment, because most of our volunteers are 55 plus. And it was just killing us on the back, trying to get all the food and the groceries. Also, too, what happened when we became a partner with North Texas Food Bank, we went from spending $600 a giveaway with Harvest Ministry and over $1,000 a giveaway with Cisco to now paying literally nothing. If we have to pay anything, it depends on what certain items we get with North Texas Food Bank. The max we've had to pay was $200.
So it's been would you say it's been a real good partnership with North Texas?
Oh, yes. With the way the economy has switched and the price of groceries increasing, without partnering up with North Texas Food Bank, we would have to have other sources of income coming in order to maintain.
All right, now tell me a little bit about how many families do we currently serve approximately whenever we do have a food distribution?
Okay. Because of North Texas Bank giving us a grant, we were able to purchase intake equipment, which consists of laptops, computers, scanners, and hotspots to be able to, when our clients come through, to be able to better meet their needs, we go through this survey process with them and ask them a lot of questions. So in May, we serviced over 300 people, 300 families, and in June, we serviced over 430 families.
Wow, that's a great number.
Yeah, and the reason I can give you those numbers is because of the intake that's so important that we've gotten our young adults involved in. Mr. Ed Clemens helps out a lot because he can speak Spanish, and that helps. And then Mary Shelton with New Homes will also bring some of her employees over from Urban Cares that helps us with our Spanish speakers. So when you're talking to them, it's not just the people in the car. It's amazing because it's by the household. You have maybe 2 people picking up for 5 households, or you have one family that has a household about 6 people. So with the clientele and everything increasing, that means our volunteer base has had to increase, the finances has had to increase, and the number of produce and food items we've had to receive from North Texas Food Bank has drastically increased. It's just like God is just showing us, and it's been such a blessing because all this food, canned goods is just overflowing. And so when we took a break in July and August, we have the pantry open on every Wednesday. We started out with 1 or 2 people, but people are, the word is getting out now. So now we're servicing about 9 people, 8 people. It's starting to increase on Wednesdays from 1 to 3. And also, now that we have the connection with the schools, when you get these immigrants coming in and these families coming in, a lot of times the spouse is not able to come with the wife and the children. So they're just here scrambling for food. And now that we have that connection, I'll get texts any time of the day, week, people need food. So when we're not doing a distribution, or even if we are doing a distribution, we now have the capability to provide them with food that'll last them at least for a week or 2 weeks till we can figure out another solution.
And I would want to add to all those who are watching that the distribution, which is once a month, is not just for the community, it's also for Ben Washington members. And so the good thing about the midweek food pantry opportunity is that people can come during the week, right after Bible study from 1 to 3, and be able to have their needs met. So part of our partnership has not only been with North Texas, but we've also partnered with churches.
Yes.
And we've had the benefit of having volunteers. So on a particular distribution Saturday, how many members are actually or volunteers are involved anywhere from Thursday to Saturday?
On Thursday, we have about 5 volunteers, and on Thursdays, we really need the manpower, because that's when North Texas deliver the goods, and so we need to get them sorted out and ready to make boxes on Friday. So on Friday, we can average from 10 to 30 volunteers. The more volunteers, the more productive we can be and get out at a reasonable hour. And then on Saturdays, we have ladies come in at 8:30 to start bagging the groceries to be ready to serve by 10 o'clock. And then we need when we have at least 30 or 40 volunteers out there to try to, help put the groceries in the vehicles, put the boxes in the vehicles. And a lot of times we have a bunch of bulk items that we can also put in the vehicles. But where we're at now, we're making progress, and we have the connection with the families and the people. But what we really need now is, while we're servicing the clients, we need people out there to minister to the clients and let them know what we have to offer. Let them know it's not just about the food, that their other needs can also be met. And to do that, it does take a community because we have New Homes that volunteers, Shady Grove volunteers. And what's good about Shady Grove, they have a program over there, but when anything is being given away in the community or the city, they will forward those emails to us, and then we take those emails, and if it's dealing with the homelessness, I'll get in touch with Kevin Moore and he will act upon that. And a lot of times Kevin, when we have excess, Kevin and I work together because Kevin will take it to the homeless shelters. And they take the food and they cook it and store it. I mean, they take all the food that they get and they're feeding the homeless people and they're just so grateful for it. So it takes, this way we want to make sure we're not wasting anything. We want to utilize all our resources and make sure we're being good stewards of the food, of the finances, or any donated items that we receive. A lot of times they'll donate clothes and I'll get in touch with Kevin Moore and we'll pick up and meet up in order, to get the clothes because he has places to take them. It takes a team effort, and the thing that we have to realize as we grow, the need is gonna become more, so there's gonna be more of a need for more volunteers.
And I would say to all the members, you've heard me say on many occasions, to be involved in at least one ministry and one small group discipleship class. So if you have the time or the interest or passion for doing the work that Christ has called us to do, which is feed the hungry, clothe the naked, to visit those that are sick or in prison, there is a ministry opportunity for you. So if you're interested in being perhaps a part of the food pantry ministry, please see Jackie Arkadie after church on Sundays or perhaps during the weekday. And if you're a member who may be in need of support and assistance, please do not hesitate, because again, the food pantry ministry, which was birthed out of desire to help people during the pandemic, is not just for the community, it's for the entire church at large. And so we plan to, in the future, with the help of Minister Tim White, to highlight some other ministries of the church so that you can at least know what's available for you to get involved in. But again, if the church is going to have an impact, we're going to need to have members who see the need and who will take the stance to get involved. So Jackie, I want to thank you personally, but when the call was made to serve as a volunteer or voluntold for the food pantry ministry, that you stepped up to the plate. I want to say this to the entire church membership. Jackie and those who have helped her, and the list could go on and on and on. But I want to thank all of you that have been involved in the food pantry ministry and continue, because again, it is a vital support to the community. And again, we're trying to be relevant in the Bear Creek community. So thank you, Jackie.
Can I just say one more thing?
Sure.
I just want to let everybody know, the congregation people, Ben Washington Baptist Church the name is out there. So you got to remember, this is Ben Washington Baptist Church Pantry. This is our introduction to the community. So you got to always keep that at the forefront and put that smile on your face, because now when they see Ben Washington Food Pantry, they see you're affiliated with that. And you want to carry yourself at all times like a church member, like godly member, and that we're doing this for God. Just keep that in mind. Only what you do for Christ will last.
Well, again, Jackie, thank you for taking the time today. And I know you're busy. and thank all of you for Ben Washington for helping to support financially and prayerfully this ministry and other ministries in the church.